Okay, we're gonna start part two, but I wanna do a little overview. You're gonna ask many times throughout the story, why did I stay? Why didn't I recognize all the red flags? Or obviously I recognize the red flags, but I just overlooked them. I just let it go. Some of these things are extremely weird and disturbing, and I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you this. I was raised in a family with four brothers and a very strict dad. And my job and responsibility was to take care of my brothers and my dad. I had a lot of responsibilities. In fact, I was cleaning and ironing my brother's clothes. Okay, so and then I had to go outside and do my brother's chores too. So I didn't just do my own. I helped them out too outside. I was outside in the fields with them as well. So I mean, I don't know if it's just the basic training of caring for someone else that led me to stay in this very, very disturbing and abusive and a relationship, but I stayed. So I took some notes because I want to make sure I stay on track. And so we're going to start April 2020. This is the shutdown. Everybody was becoming TikTok famous. Everybody was, enjoying TikTok, and we were getting notifications that life was going to shut down, and we were talking to our friends. We were all downloading apps like Zoom and doing group messages, things we never even did before COVID. Like, we didn't hang out as much with our friends as we did during COVID. I thought that was kind of weird, don't you think? So people were getting those apps and talking to each other. I was actually selling a lot of houses. Like, real estate did not slow down. Yet there was weird requirements. We were required to wear a mask, sanitize our hands, make sure that our clients let us know if they had COVID or not. There was just rules we had to follow, but real estate was doing really, really well. I was learning how to do my own nails, getting the acrylic, buying from Amazon, everything to go and do my own nails because the nail salons were closed and nobody can do their nails. So that was exciting, and people were talking about that as well. I also got to learn about the stock market, and this is when I invested in NVIDIA. So when I invested in NVIDIA, it was about $8 a share. I did my research and I realized that, oh, this looks like a really good stock to invest in. So in 2020, I invested in NVIDIA. So you can only imagine how good my stock's doing right now. That was the best decision I made ever. And thank God I did not touch that money through this relationship, because I basically used every other dime that I had. And I was also losing weight. So this is April, things are going great, and this is the background story. Like, I'm happy. I know it's a shutdown, but I'm getting online, I'm talking to my friends, and I'm feeling happy. And then May comes. It's my birthday month, and people couldn't hang out in big groups. We couldn't have big parties. So I had like intimate little dinners with different groups of friends. I probably had the most birthday parties I've ever had. I think I had like 5 birthdays because I had, 4 different dinners and then another get together at somebody's house. So it was just small get togethers because of COVID. So that was my birthday. And this is the month when, let's call him, what should we call him? Because I want a name that it's not similar to anybody else's name, because I don't want you to associate him with everybody. That's not a common name. Let's call him Wilbur. And I want to write that down so I can remember that. Let's call him Wilbur. So in May, I'm on TikTok, and that's when I probably got that's when I got my first inbox from this person. And it was it was very small talk, because I get a lot of messages for people. So it takes a while for me to even notice if someone's actually writing me. So I really didn't pay a lot of attention to the messages that he was sending me. I just a lot of small talk. And I noticed that he was duetting some of my videos. So we would do duets. Then June happens, and June I get COVID. And I think I was probably one of my first of my friends. There were several online, but first the people that I actually knew that got COVID. And because I'm still out there working and meeting different clients, I actually got this from one of my buyers. And I had a different reaction with COVID, being that I'm allergic to COVID. So I had a rash from here all the way down to my toes. all my arms and everything, like big dots. I was itching for 3 days and I was miserable. But I knew, at least people were saying, drink a lot of water, stay active, don't let it get to you. So I quarantined in my bedroom. I drank a lot of water. I worked out every day. And within it took about 10 days for me to get better. And so then I passed it. The rash after 3 days just went away like I never had it. But I do have pictures of it. So thank God at this moment in our life we have social media and stuff, because we are able to go back and jog our memories from videos we taken or pictures we taken. So that's what I was using to help me jog my memory. But I did get COVID. And then July is when people started thinking about doing remodels in their house. They're already getting bored. They're at home. They're like, you know what? Maybe I should do some remodeling on my house and start working on my house. So I started, this is when I said on my TikTok, I got a pile of dirt in front of my yard, and I got a truckload of dirt, and I'm like, you know what? Let's spread some dirt around the yard, because I live in a hill, so a lot of times that dirt washes away. So I put on there, I need somebody to help me move the dirt around the yard. And he inboxed me and said, oh, I can help you. Well, I already had a friend that I've known for a while already, that he came out and he put the dirt around my house, and I paid him. So I didn't end up meeting him at all. And this is when I started having small talk with him, though. This is when I started realizing, okay, this guy is writing me a lot more. And I saw him because he was basically duetting almost all my videos. So I started appearing a whole lot on his TikTok. And some other girl was on his TikTok too that he was talking to, that was from Florida, I believe. So then we started having small talk, and I do this small talk with a lot of people when I finally realize that they're writing me more than I always ask, oh, what do you do for a living? Where do you live? Are you married? That's a very important question for me, because a lot of people write me that are married, and it's not okay. So he told me that he was divorced for 6 months and that he was living with his mother, and she lived in a ranch outside the city limits, and she had horses and stuff. And so we talked a little bit about that. It's just small talk. This is when he's gotten my attention, okay? Then July comes. In July, I decided, you know what? I want to remodel my bathroom. I want an oasis. I want something that's just mine. I want lighting. I want music. And I bought this really cool tub that went up, curved up, and it's just so pretty on Amazon. I paid like $650 for it, because it's not like back in the day, the heavy metal stuff. It's plastic, but it's very good material. And then I got white tile and all that stuff. So I need to find someone to help me remodel my bathroom and tear it down. So when we were talking, he also said that he was a master electrician, and my ex-husband happened to be a master electrician. And I know master electricians are extremely successful. So I was part of that success. I was the one who pushed my ex-husband to move up every step to get to that test. So I knew how difficult the test was, and I knew that you had to be a pretty disciplined person to be a master electrician. So he said he was a master electrician, but when I put that ad up for help with my bathroom, he said, oh, I also know how to do tile. I was like, oh, that's cool. Send me some pictures. And this is when we finally exchanged numbers. And he sent me pictures. It stayed, professional, but he was a little bit flirtatious, because he was constantly telling me that I was beautiful over and over again. But I get it a lot, so I don't take it seriously just from somebody I don't even know. Like somebody telling me I'm beautiful and somebody that I really like, that means a lot to me. But if it's somebody that I don't really know, I hear it all the time. So this is when we finally talked, and this video is going to end, so I need to get the next part 3.